Welcome to Diaspora Dishes, the new series of IOM Belgium and Luxembourg's Diaspora Insights Podcast. In this series, we will explore the connection between diaspora members in Belgium, the food of their countries of origin, and their cultural heritage. In our very first episode, we sit down with insightful Roger Dushime, creator of Afro Brunch and Talk. So hello, today we're here with Roger Dushime of Afro Brunch and Talk. Maybe you can tell a bit more about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Roger Dushime. I come from Rwanda. I grew up in Belgium. I came here I was 7, and I'm a foodie. I'm passionate about African food, but also food in general. Originally a social worker, so with Afro Brunch and Talk, what I wanted to do is to make connection with social work, food, and maybe with a project with a powerful impact, change something about the view of people about African people.
I don't know if there, for example, are stereotypes about Isombe or other African dishes. And could you give some examples or how they are construed and how do you find it in your work?
So I make a survey, a research about stereotypes about African restaurants in Brussels. So I received like 300 response of people responding to my question, and I asked them, what is your stereotype about African food? That's too spicy, that's dirty, and that's not healthy. So that was the three main stereotype I saw about African food, and that's the same stereotype from black people than non-black people. So that was for me really surprised, because I say, okay, so everybody think that. So I don't know why. What I know is, for me, we also see African food like as African, like not really fancy, trendy, appealing, because we see African food through eyes of Occidental aesthetics. So that's, for me, really the main one of my I don't know, my fight or my what drive me is to change the perspective how you see food. So about African food, when I see African food, I grew up with that, so I don't see it's not good. I see what I like. So to change maybe the perception of African food and to fight the stereotype about this food is to change the way we see that.
And like this fighting about stereotypes or against stereotypes, how do you find that back in your work at Afro Brunch and Talk?
Now what we do is to, because there is a lot of stereotype with food, is to make some workshop animation to say, well, this stereotype, do you think it's true? Do you think it's not true? Sometimes it's true. I say, there's this or not. What is, when you say spicy, what do you mean by spicy? Because there's a lot of misunderstood with the word of spicy, because Nigerian food have a spicy food, because they like spicy. But in Rwanda, we don't have spicy food because we don't like it. So it's not African who have a spicy. I think that's one of the more common shared stereotype about African food.
Yeah. And what do we try to do then in Afro Brunch and Talk concretely?
Concretely, concretely, because just to expose a stereotype is some way concrete, because people sometimes they don't express they have stereotypes, and to express that is some way of make people be conscious about, that's why I have stereotype. I didn't know that, but I have that. And then we show example that why you have this stereotype and what is a stereotype also. One thing I really learned now about Afro Brunch and Talk is someone say, African food is gluten-free gluten-free food. I was like, what? I didn't know that yet.
And how did you come up with the idea of Afro Brunch and Talk?
I have to make a pop-up for our friends who want to sell products from Africa. She said, I'm in Belgium. I have a honey product I want to sell. Could you make an event for me? So I said, yeah, but how? So I think about the concept. I said, yeah, just come. I will make a brunch. You will have a time to talk about your project, and that will be cool. That's it. But I was thinking maybe that would be cool if I have some tools, some animation to express the food about what people are eating. I don't know. I'm from this kind of social sector, so aside like that, maybe we can make something, making food education, but also intercultural reunion. But also fight some stereotypes. I don't know.
Yeah, so living in Belgium, how do you preserve your culture and thus the food of your culture in Belgium, and how does it change or not change over time?
Food change when you are in a diasporic environment. Because you cannot find every product, you are not in the same way of life. I don't have time anymore to cook African food really. Now I'm an entrepreneur working on a lot of things, so I don't have time. So to take time to say, okay, I will go to African market to buy stuff, to take some time to, because a lot of good African food make time, but there's like a good Italian food too, a good French food too. You have to make time to make good food. So how you preserve it? I think we are lucky as African diaspora in Belgium because we have African shop everywhere. So there is like for me a hidden country in Belgium where you see food from around the world, especially from Africa. So all the fish, all the beans, all the vegetables, all the flour. It's crazy. For food preservation, it's not linked about the product. It's more linked about the culture, about the recipes, about the original flavor. I think it's okay. Food change. Me, what I want is to make people understand what was the original thing, what is the story and the heritage about the food. So African food in Belgium will change also with time after time. So it's okay, but maybe about heritage is to know where the heritage is coming from. So to don't forget also who you are. So because food expresses who you are, and that's you cannot hide that.
Yeah, certainly. I noticed that also like for the Arabs, we here in Belgium we don't serve really traditional dishes. We only serve street food. Because it's way too difficult to make these long-term dishes that take hours to cook.
Exactly. And that's what will for African. That's what our Black African is to maybe make something more mainstream, more practical about how to live in Western countries, because we have no time. We have a food cost to check. We have. Do you have always the project to do to make a brand of African food? Do you have the workers to do that? Do you have the cook? What I don't want is people to just lose their culture and think that's because that's worthless, or that's just too spicy, too unhealthy, and dirty. No, that's your heritage is beautiful. Take it, be proud of it, and share it to the world. But on your own way, with your own perspective, and your own reality. So that's what we have to do.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's a very good conclusion.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They always say like love goes through the stomach, but
Yeah.
actually like heritage goes through the stomach.
Yeah, exactly. And food is one way to connect. So just start by cook and be free to cook what you want.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you very much
You're welcome.
for answering, and thank you very much for being the first guest.
Yeah, always the first.
Yeah.